I don't know about you, but I can never understand what that guy says. He really does mumble too much. But the footage out on the road here, I think is pretty decent. I mean, the sky's too bright and the colours are washed out, but we're not looking at visual fidelity here. We're really just trying to capture a decent record of what's going on in front of the car to use in the event of an incident to prove who was at fault, and I think this does quite a good job of that. Now just pay attention to this bit here. As I pull out of the junction, you'll notice a little jump in the clip right there, and that was the gap between the end of one 2-minute clip segment and the beginning of the next one. Now I'll just show that again in slow motion, so pay attention to the yellow bollard on the right here, and there's the jump, so you'll notice you've lost a few feet of footage of the road, perhaps just under a second's worth, which isn't bad at all for a camera of this price. Now that 150-degree wide-angle lens is getting a nice wide image here. You can see the buildings on both sides and the cars coming towards me, all the road markings that you need to see. It really is doing a pretty good job. It's getting all the information that you need to use in the event of a front-end shunt. Of course, it'd be completely useless if something happened at the back of the car, which is something you always need to bear in mind with cameras like this. Now, the camera does tend to drop frames. It doesn't record at the full 30 frames a second it mentions on the box. It's probably more like 21, 22, but it's good enough. Now, let's just have a look at the VGA mode. So here it is, and the first thing that you'll probably have noticed is that the screen ratio has gone into the 4:3 format rather than the 16:9 widescreen format of the 720p HD footage. But there isn't too much difference in the quality between the two, so what we'll do here, I'll just show you that there is a little bit of difference. We'll stop behind this car and we'll switch between them. So this is the VGA mode now. And then this is the HD mode. You'll notice it has actually got clearer, and then we'll flip back to VGA again where it's a little bit more misty. So it is a proper 720p HD camera rather than an upscale camera pretending to be HD. Now, one area that no camera is going to really shine is recording in low light, especially not a cheap camera like this. What they tend to do is surround the lens with these infrared night vision LEDs, but they're completely useless in a camera like this, and I'll show you how. So here's the camera looking in my garage. I've got the lights off, there's my hand in front of the lens, and now we'll switch on the night vision, and you'll be able to see there the hands in front of the lens with the night vision lit, but the garage is exactly the same brightness as it was before. And that's with the night vision on there, and that's with it off. So you'll notice that you can't see any more, and more likely than not, all you're going to do with your LEDs is just cause glare off your own windscreen. So you can forget night vision LEDs on this camera and all other cameras like this. They're not going to light the road up in front of your car, however much you might want them to. I think we can probably agree that if you've been watching the footage while I've been blabbering on, you'll notice that it's not particularly good in low light. At least it doesn't get really grainy like some cameras, but it's pretty much too dark to be able to use as video evidence in the event of an accident. It's just lights coming past a camera. If Alan Wake had a driving game, it would probably look something like this. Now here's the night vision off, and just to prove that it's useless, let's switch it on, and there's the night vision on. You can't see any difference at all other than that flashing light on the dashboard, notice at the bottom there, and that's as I go under the lights, the sensor keeps switching the night vision on and off. So if you think that these tiny LEDs are going to light the road up in front of your car, you've got to ask yourself why cars come with lights that are this size. Now let's have a look at what's on that driver disc that came with the camera. Well, it's a PC disc.